Written during Ignazio Silone's exile in Switzerland after his flight from Mussolini's regime, Fontamara 1933 reflects the political unease of its era, anticipating the rise of fascism across Europe that culminated in Hitler's dictatorship and the Second World War. Because of its sharp critique of the fascist party and its effect on readers, the book was often regarded as political propaganda. The narrative unfolds in the impoverished southern Italian village of Fontamara, where the peasants, the Fontamaresi, are locked in conflict with the urban elites, represented by a figure known as the impresario. The naive villagers, repeatedly deceived and exploited, slowly awaken to the true nature of fascism. When members of a fascist militia, the squadristi, rape several women of the village, anti-fascist writings begin to spread across Italy. At its core, the novel portrays the lives of the oppressed poor, showing how suffering forged solidarity and a new political awareness. The story begins at night in Fontamara, where a visiting writer meets Berardo Viola and his lover Elvira, who live with Berardo's son. They recount the history of their town, and the writer compiles their testimony into the text of Fontamara, most of it narrated by Berardo himself. Early in the tale, Polino, an Italian knight, arrives and deceives the peasants into endorsing a decree to redirect their water supply away from their fields. To secure their approval, he manipulates them into signing a blank sheet of paper, effectively granting him unlimited authority. Shock soon follows when the men watch workers diverting the waterway. In response, the women march to the regional capital in protest, unaware that the mayor has been replaced by a fascist podesta. He sends them to the impresario, a wealthy businessman whose influence extends across the region. The women fail to find him, are led on a fruitless chase, and eventually pressured by the impresario and a cunning lawyer, Don Circunstanza, into accepting a settlement that gives them a minor share of the water while conceding their protest. Soon afterward, they learn that the impresario has also seized the flatlands essential for their shepherding. Meanwhile, new emigration laws prevent Berardo from pursuing his dream of moving to America, leaving him destitute after selling his land to Don Circunstanza. Despairing of his prospects, he considers himself unworthy of marrying Elvira. Polino reports to the fascist hierarchy that the peasants show no respect for the new order, prompting Innocenzo La Legge to impose curfews and forbid public speech. Berardo openly denounces him as a traitor to the people. The Fontamaresi are tricked once again into signing away their rights to fertile farmland in Fucino. Crestfallen, they are duped by a man offering to arm them for revolt, only to realize it is a trap. When they return, a band of soldiers assaults the women of the village. During the violence, Elvira appears at the bell tower, where the attackers, mistaking her for the Madonna, flee in fear. Berardo rescues her, but the next day resolves to seek work in town to prove himself worthy of her. Exploitation deepens when the impresario manipulates wheat prices, buying up grain before the state raises its value and pocketing the profit, while also cutting agricultural wages. Don Circunstanza further deceives the peasants by exploiting their ignorance of a legal term to strip them of water rights for half a century. Frustration mounts, and the younger villagers begin plotting rebellion, though Berardo distances himself after the suicide of his young follower Teofilo at the bell tower. Berardo travels to Rome, where he encounters Don Achille Pazienza, a lawyer who tries to exploit him financially. Soon after, a telegram arrives with the news of Elvira's death. While meeting with the rebel leader known as the Solito Sconosciuto, Berardo is arrested by fascist police, who find subversive literature on him. In an act of self-sacrifice, he claims to be the Solito Sconosciuto, ensuring the survival of the movement at the cost of his own life. The rebel leader honors him, sending a printing press to the Fontamaresi to produce underground literature. When Berardo's friend and son attempt to return to Fontamara to distribute the papers, they hear gunfire and discover that nearly all of their people have been massacred. Guided by the Solito Sconosciuto, they escape Italy. A profoundly tragic work, Fontamara dramatizes the class struggle of its fictional village as a reflection of the spread of fascism in Italy and of Silone's own experience as a political dissident. Yet its ultimate message is moral rather than political: the duty of individuals to resist fascism and economic oppression, even at the highest personal cost. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy this video, leave a like and subscribe.